Lincoln Railer football on WLCN 96.3 FM and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Eaton Corporation, Lincoln College, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, ALMH Farmers Market, Right Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, The Mama's Arcade Cafe, Collision Concept, Headline Salon, Nuthatch Hill Barbecue Company, State Bank of Lincoln, Mike Mosky Auction Service, Family Custom Cleaners Tanning and U-Haul, Gary's Drywall Finishing, Painting and Power Washing, Charter Brothers Mechanical, Beck's Travel Plaza, Flossie and Delzina's Gourmet Grind and Gifts, and by Lincoln Grand 8 Cinema.
The ref to give him the ball as we go across the 11 men in the Railsplitters. I see Peyton Anderson out there on kick return. He's number 1. Isaiah Bowers, he's number 33. Austin Sparrow, number 8. These are names that you will hear all night. Titus Cannon is on the far side. He's number 3. The Railers getting ready to tee off the ball as Macomb falls into its position. And Coach, always exciting here. I got to stop being a fan and actually remember that we got to call the game tonight.
Yeah, you got to be as accurate as we can. And I'm with you. We're still fans. We still root for the Railers, obviously, and but we'll try not to be too biased.
Bodonic with a hand in the air, takes the step, puts the ball in the air. Macomb fields it at about the 20, waits for the blockers to come up. Lincoln's got a wall. There's the stop. Number 77, that's going to be Cade Schmidt. He's going to be playing center on offense, and he's going to be playing left end on defense, and that's what Cade Schmidt likes to do. He likes to make those one-on-one tackles.
Well, and he kind of broke through the line there, too, and showed some aggressive downfield, and he got to the they put her on the 29.
First down, Bombers.
So we'll call it a 9-yard return. The Macomb offense. It's Ben Fagan, Joe Musick, Jordan Peters, Cole Hagan, and Dustin Blowers across the front. Jake Berg, the quarterback, is in the shotgun. He's standing next to, I think we'll call that Ben Gentry. Takes the snap. Quick fire, out. That's going to be number 81, John Ogle. And we're going to get a tackle for a 5-yard gain. Quick pass, run to the outside. We saw that a lot in the last conference, Coach.
Well, they set up with 3 receivers to the right side, and as you said, out of the shotgun, and he made a quick throw to the outside. Lincoln covered it well, and they stopped him. He's out on about the 32 or 3.
So we'll give that a 3 or 4-yard gain here. Again, out of the shotgun for Macomb. Berg, the quarterback, looking down, takes the snap, 2-step drop, quick fire out. Titus Cannon came over the top, maybe a little early, but broke up the play. Lincoln is doing something that we haven't seen in a while. It is a 3rd down and long for this Railer defense.
They're playing the receivers fairly tight that time, and 2 short passes on 1st and 2nd down, and Railers were there for good coverage. They did complete the first one for short yardage. That one was incomplete, and Titus Cannon had him covered well.
The main target perhaps for these Macomb Bombers, tight end Peyton Hammond, he's on the far side. Again, Berg in the shotgun, takes the snap, 5-step drop. Oh, here comes some pressure. Throw, underthrown. 4th down, Railers on defense, Coach.
Yeah, I'm always looking after a play like that to make sure there's no yellow flags on the ground. But, yeah, good little pressure there, a little late pressure on the quarterback, and he underthrew that pass. So it's going to be a big 4th and long and a punting situation for Macomb.
Gage Wilson, the junior, he's the other defensive end, pressuring Berg as he dropped back to pass. Titus Cannon, the lone man, back to receive the punt as Macomb gets in. And it's the big man, Peyton Hammond. He's the punter here for the Macomb Bombers. The snap, the drop, The kick, it's up. Titus is going to catch it. He's got room if the blocks hold. A little shake, a little bake, runs into his own man. He did a lot of running but didn't get a whole lot of yards, Coach.
Yeah, he caught that on the 36, and I think they're going to put it on about the 37 or 8. Yeah, about 38.
As we switch over to the Railer offense, we have to thank our Railer football sponsors 2017, our friends at Mama's Arcade Cafe. Great homemade breakfast and lunch served at 513 Pulaski Street in beautiful downtown historic Lincoln. The phone number, 735-1443. Here we go. The Railers are huddling up Josh Linares, like you said, a rookie quarterback, but a senior this year. He's 5 steps back in a shotgun. We've got Titus Cannon out to the right. I believe that's Bowers, or maybe that's Peyton Anderson in the backfield. Here's the snap. Oh, Macomb player almost jumped over. Here's the snap, hits Linares in the head. He catches it, turns it up, making something out of nothing, and he gets back to perhaps the line of scrimmage. This is something we've seen, unfortunately, before.
Well, I'm not sure there wasn't a little late movement there by the back. He almost didn't get set in time, and then the snap was a little high. Linares lost a yard on the play.
This Macomb front is got some size on it. Again, Hammond, the big man, Dustin Blowers, Jordan Peters, Ben Fagan, and Peyton Hammond. Here we go, play number 2. Linares now not under center. It looks like it may be a snap. Right, yeah, it's to Linares, steps up, avoids the pressure. Oh, but he can't avoid the second man. A sack. We're going to lose 3 or 4 yards. There was good coverage downfield. I believe that Macomb has read the scouting report on these Railers as well, Coach. They understand a key on Isaiah Bowers and Titus Cannon.
Well, sure, you know, they're going to key on those two, so you got to have some other people step up. But Linares didn't have much time to look for a receiver on that play. There was a lot of pressure up front.
We've got Duringer, Wilson, Schmidt, Gazzardo, and Behringer across the front for the Lincoln Railers. They get down, put the hand in the mud. Here comes the snap to Linares. Handoff, sweep, gets the corner, positive yards. Picked up about 7 there, Coach, but we were 3rd and 15, so that was the difficulty, not a first down. It is 4th and, what are we going to call it, 6 or 7?
Yeah, he just got past the 40 to about the 41, and I didn't even see who carried that.
It was Isaac Dewberry.
Dewberry with his catch. So he had a nice run there, but it was 3rd and long. So
it is the tough part of losing all those yards. Railers line up. This is punt formation, and here comes the snap and the kick, and it's a duck end over end. It'll bounce on the 40 and bounce out of bounds at about the 41 and a half. We're going to switch sides, or we're going to have offense and defense switch it up. We're back 0-0 with 9:31 to play in the first quarter. We're back in a moment here from Macomb with Railer football on WLCN.
Indication is holding against Lincoln.
There was a flag on that punt, but the penalty declined. It is Macomb ball from, we'll say, the 42-yard line. It's a quarterback keeper, and oh no, that was a handoff, Coach.
44.
Inside.
44.
Running back Ben Gentry picked up a handful of yards. Austin Sparrow, the safety, up to make the stop.
6 yards.
In a game of momentum, you want to have a good opening sequence. There were some flashes where the Railers perhaps showed something, and then we had some unfortunate years past experiences. Macomb again out of this shotgun. Berg looking down the line, clapping his hands. He wants the ball. The snap, fields it, plenty of time, throws. There's a missed tackle and a gang tackle on the sidelines, but it is a first down for the Bombers.
Knocked out of bounds by
Judson Thompson.
Dewberry had the first shot at him, couldn't quite drag him down. He went ahead for a few extra yards and a first down.
This is what this Railer team needs to work on, closing on the ball. But it was good to see them hit. In years past, you have seen them sort of try to push with their hands. This is an attempt at a much more aggressive defense here for the Railers. Macomb now with their first down. They come out again, one back. Wide receiver number 80 lined up about 5 yards offsides. Berg takes the snap, drops back 3 steps. He's got some time, throws it, overthrown. He was open. Titus Cannon was a step behind. If he would have caught it, it would have been a sizable gain.
Yeah, he got downfield a little bit, and their quarterback showed a pretty good arm there getting it out there.
Berg has plenty of time. This is the one thing that you can see even in these first 2 possessions is that the Macomb offensive line is doing a fairly good job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and you control the line of scrimmage, you control the football game.
Yeah, and it helps him to be in shotgun. It gives him a little extra time to look for his receivers, but this time he comes out with 2 receivers on both sides. We've seen that, plus the trips on one side.
Watch for Hammond, 88 on the high side. We're going to get a flag. Are we going to get a false start? Stopped it. False start is the call. You had a couple of linebackers move up. That may have been Peyton Anderson.
Yeah,
that may have been Matt Yount who stepped up to get somebody on the offensive line to jump. So this gives us now 2nd and 15.
Yeah, I didn't see who jumped, but I saw it was Anderson that I saw come right up the middle and then stop, and somebody flinched, and that was a 5-yard walk-off against the Bombers.
Again, that Macomb offensive line, Ben Fagan, Joe Musick, Jordan Peters, Cole Hagan, Dustin Blowers. One of them got a little twitchy there. Now we've got Hammond sitting in a slot, and there's another flag here. Are we going to get a delay of game? Or was somebody lined up offsides?
I don't see anybody offsides unless somebody offsides. Yep, I didn't see that either, but we'll.
This is the first week, and these kinds of mistakes, Coach, are going to drive a coach nuts. I imagine Macomb's going to have some words at halftime.
Well, it drives you more nuts in week 2, 3, 4, but yeah, first week you have some of these issues, and you just can't hardly avoid them on the first game of the season.
The Bombers, their own worst enemy on this drive. Burge now gets the snap, handoff. That's Fagan. There's a quick tackle. That once again, Gage Wilson. We've been calling his name a couple of times here on the defense. Came right over, bull rushed his man, and took the ball carrier right down.
Yeah, they did a good job defensively of stacking it up in the middle that time and closing in on him. And he picked up maybe 1 yard, almost to the 45, but that was all.
So we're 3rd and 19 here for the Macomb Bombers. 8 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. Still a 0-0 game. And if you are at home in Lincoln and listening and saying, what's different, 2017 Railers versus 2016, 0-0, 2 possessions into the first quarter. Here's Berg, drop back, got plenty of time, throws it, overthrown, out of bounds. It is 4th and 19 for this Macomb team. And the punt is going to come. The line of scrimmage is right on the 45 on the Railers side of the field. The last punt hung in the air. Titus Cannon has the wheels to take one if he has the space and the blockers to do some damage, particularly with this kind of a short field.
Yeah, on that play, there was, I don't know if the Railers were blitzing or not, but they got a lot more pressure on the quarterback, and he underthrew his pass.
Here's the snap, Hammond, the punter. It's a high punt, wobbly, kind of like an egg. Titus Cannon calls fair catch. Railers will take over the ball at the 25-yard line. We are going to take a break. 7 minutes, 48 seconds, 0-0 first quarter here in Macomb. Lincoln Railer football back in 30 seconds on WLCN.
Flag on the play.
Welcome back to Macomb. I'm Benjamin Yount alongside Coach Ken Schweitzer. We are calling this Week 1 matchup for the Lincoln Railsplitters against the Macomb Bombers. Already a positive play. Macomb continuing to have trouble with the flags, offsides, in encroachment, and it's a 5-yard forward progress for the Railers. Linares is in the shotgun, standing next to Titus Cannon. Here comes the snap, the handoff, off tackle, cuts it inside, picks up a few, but not enough to get him close to the first down. That Macomb defense coming off the edge, looking for Titus anytime he touches the ball.
Yeah, he just kind of sliced through, but yeah, the defense was there to stop him. He picked up 2 yards, but it was only 1st and 5, so now it's 2nd and short for the Railers.
You get it 2 yards at a time, 5 yards at a time, 10 yards at a time. I don't think anybody is really going to complain as long as Lincoln is moving the ball forward. Looks like we brought in a fullback this time. Linares in shotgun, calling for the ball. Here's the snap. Again, a handoff to Cannon. A big hole up the middle. He gets all the way out to the 45-yard line. He got into the Macomb Bombers secondary, Coach. That one guy, 2 guys miss. That could have been 6.
I think that's something we saw a little bit last year too. You know, he would run the ball 3 or 4 times and get a yard here, yard there, and all of a sudden he'd break a big one for big yards, and that's just what we saw there for the first down of the season.
Railers are moving the ball. They're 5 yards away from midfield again. The linebacker, that's Matt Yount. Linares in the shotgun. Titus Cannon steps up next to him, right there on his side. A step back, a handoff, a cut up. We've got a first down. Ball, the way he placed it, was across midfield, but the referee is going to spot him just 1 yard short. I think we found a groove, and if I know Coach Silkowski, Coach, he'll run this groove until he finds something else to work.
Well, that's always a good philosophy, keep running until they stop it, and why not? That was a 4-yard pickup on first down, and we'll take 4 yards on every play.
The Railer offensive line from left to right: Isaac Derringer, Gage Wilson, Cade Schmidt, JT Gazzardo, and Jake Behringer. They're set. Snap. Here it comes to Linares. A handoff. That's Isaiah Bowers. He cuts. A block held on the side. Pushes ahead. That's a really hard-fought 6 yards. I don't know that they're going to give him the first down, but if not, he's going to be right on that marker. That's the first time we've seen Isaiah Bowers carry the ball tonight.
Yeah, his first carry on the play, and he actually got a pretty nice block from Cannon on the outside to seal a defender to the inside. It wasn't a great block, but he got in the way and kept the guy from getting to Bauer, and Bowers just short of the first down on the 46-yard
Bowers
line.
had to come from the left to the right to sweep off of the right tackle. It took a little while to develop, but one more good stick block. The wide side now to the left of the field. There are 3 receivers up to the top. Linares in the backfield standing right next to Titus Cannon. Here's the handoff. Cannon goes up the middle. That's going to be good enough for a first down. It ends in a pile of orange and black and red, white, and green. First down, Railers.
Ben Gentry.
You're going to put that on about the 43, so he picked up about 3 on the – can't find the ball. Oh, he hasn't put it down.
Hasn't put the ball down yet.
He's got 3 yards on it. And
we're 5:21 to go in this first quarter. Railsplitters on the march. Linares standing back 3 yards deep in his own backfield, right next to Cannon. Here we go. Dewberry in, and we're going to get a movement. Somebody on the Railsplitters moved a little early.
Well,
the referees wave it off.
I think there was more than one actually moving on that one. That was busted before it ever got snapped. And again, first game, things happen like that, and you just go on to the next play.
We were about to get a sweep from Isaac Dewberry as he was coming across into motion, and then with the wide side of the field up there with lots of room to run and lots of blocking room. We've got Jaden Paulus down here on the near side receiver. Again, here goes Dewberry in motion. The handoff to Dewberry. If the edge holds, he can slip, and he's running. He's going to be very, very close to the original line of scrimmage. A pickup of about 4, but again, and when you're starting 1st and 15, 4-yard gains leave a little lack.
Yeah, they only gave him 3 on that, but
4 minutes, 25 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. The Lincoln Railsplitters on the move.
It looked like we almost had second man in motion that time too, so they got a.
Bowers is in the slot to the near side. Linares takes the snap. Again, these snaps are very, very low. Titus Cannon almost hit the backfield, spun, moving forward for positive momentum, but they need some help in that backfield blocking. They were doing the best moving the ball forward when they had the extra blocker, the fullback in.
The one thing with Cannon is he's low to the ground, and, you know, he can get hit and still dive forward for a yard or two. And that's all he got on that, back down to the 43, about 2 yards.
This Macomb defense plays a four-man front: Peyton Hammond, Dustin Blowers, Jordan Peters, and Ben Fagan. And they are not small young men, Coach, but they are not giant. Linares, again, back in the shotgun, waiting for the ball. He gets it. He's going to pass. Plenty of time. Throws it in and out of the hands of Isaiah Bowers. It hit him, and he would have had contact the minute he caught it, but he's big enough, strong enough, he would have been within a yard or two of the first down.
Yeah, he was 5 or 6, 7 yards downfield, and the ball was just off his hand. It was thrown well. He just missed it, and he might have got close to the first down, at least been in 4-down territory, but now the Rails are going to punt on 4th and long.
Dewberry is the punter for the Railsplitters. He's back just in front of the 45. He takes the snap. Kick, nice. It's high, it's floating, nice. It's got a spiral. We've got plenty of Railsplitters down there. Backed him up. Macomb will start inside the 10-yard line. A good solid punt pushes Macomb back. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in this first quarter of play. Plenty of sponsors to thank who make this Railsplitter football season possible. We have to thank our friends at Headline Salon. Visit Brett, Liz, Jenna, or Danielle at 123 South Sangamon in historic downtown Lincoln. Give them a call, 651-8310. Walk-ins are always welcome. This is the third time we've seen Macomb with the ball on offense, Coach. Do you think they have a better game plan as to what they can do, what they want to do?
Well, it's still early, and they're deep in their own territory now, so I would... Well, they're coming out throwing.
They're coming out with a throw. It's a lot of time for Berg. Now he's being chased by 3 Railers. Don't let him get to the edge. They set the edge. That was Isaiah Bowers who stopped him from getting to the sideline. Will give him a 2-yard gain, but that was a lot of running to not go very far.
There's a flag down, and I think we're going to see a holding on Macomb. At least I was sure I saw some holding going on inside there, but.
That was a deep pass play. I didn't see who they were looking for as the target. Well, he had plenty of time, but it seemed to fall apart.
I think he quit looking after he started getting chased, and it's not a holding, but it's a block below the waist, and Lincoln may just decline that. It was only a 2-yard pickup on that scramble.
Don't give him the extra down.
Railer, that's what I would think, yeah, but you never know. Coaches look at things like that a little differently, but that was good pursuit by the Railer defense.
You got to give it up to the coverage. Cornerback Titus Cannon, safety Austin Sparrow, and the other cornerback Noah Funk. When the options aren't there to throw, you've got to turn to the legs as the quarterback. And again, this Railer front 3: Andrew Schmidt, Tyson Opal, and Gage Wilson, putting on the pressure. The 5 linebackers, and some of these guys, Coach, have wheels. Dewberry, Peyton Anderson, again a sophomore, and Isaiah Bowers. They all have flat-out speed, and that Matt Yount kid, and he insisted I call him Matt, not Matthew, that we named him.
Oh, okay.
He insists we call him Matt. He's got some wheels, too. It's a fast defense, faster than I've seen for the Railers here in a little bit. But here we go, first down, half the distance to the goal, so we're on about the 5-yard line. Macomb with the ball. They come back out, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. Burge in the back. He's got a running back standing right next to him. Again, another low snap. We've got a flag. They're saying false start on Macomb.
Well, I think same as we saw a little earlier that the Railers showed blitz. They had a couple linebackers come up, and they just kind of flinched and drew another penalty.
That's one of those ones I wish that they wouldn't have called the penalty, because I think that the Railers may have been able to stuff that in or near the goal line. That could have been a either put them right back where their backs are against the goal line, or perhaps a safety for this Railer defense.
Well, don't be surprised to see that pressure, that blitzing formation again. And but they got 3 receivers on their left side and 1 on the right.
On the near side, 1 to the high side. Burge gets the pass. He's rolling. He's under pressure. A throw. And a big hit. That's a big hit by Noah Funk, but that's a bigger catch.
He broke open, and give the quarterback some credit. He put the ball right where he wanted it. It's not a first down, but it's pretty darn close out to the 20.
That's going to be Jatrell Belt. He's the wide receiver. Second and now, maybe the length of the football after that big momentum play. And it's where the Railers want to be calm and not give something up. Berg in the backfield takes the snap, handoff to the inside, and he's not going to get it. I don't know that he's going to get that first down. Oh, they give it to him. They give him forward progress, and they give him the first down.
It was close. You got it. Well, less than a yard. He was on the 20. It's on the 20, and
they must have been closer than it looked from out here. But yeah, the front three for the Railers, right there, swallowed up the ball carrier. Just didn't have very far to go. Macomb on the move from their backs against their own goal line. Now the ball sits on the 20. Berg in the shotgun, snaps for the ball. There was all sorts of movement. You could pick a number. It's bingo to see who was the one who moved on that, Coach.
Yeah, that's just anxiety out there. Kids have anxiety, especially now in the first game and first quarter, and they've had plenty of penalties, that's for sure. The 2 plays ago, that on the completed pass they had Funk, Noah Funk had a great hit.
Yeah, he delivered a big lick.
Yes, he did.
The wide receiver just had a step on him, and as soon as he brings it in, Noah Funk with the shoulder.
He's a 5'10", 160-pound safety, and he hit him pretty well.
We're getting a timeout here on the field. I think Macomb wants to talk over their options. Perhaps the coach wants to talk to the kids. So we're going to take a 60-second break, and we will be back here from Macomb 0-0. 1 minute, 19 seconds left to play in this Week 1 game. Lincoln Railsplitter football on WLCN.
15 for Macomb.
We're back in Macomb, Lincoln Railsplitter football here on WLCN. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Benjamin Yount, standing next to Coach Ken Schweitzer, and we are here, Macomb, now a second down and 15 as we came back, an overthrown pass. Lincoln dialing up some blitzes, and I think it's having an impact here on this Macomb Bomber offense. Berg, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the high side, 1 receiver to the near side. Berg takes the snap, drops back, flushes to the left. Throw, that's going to be incomplete. That ball bounced, and there were a sea of Railers to drop right down on top of the receiver.
Well, what we've seen so far in this first quarter, they've completed a couple passes, but the Railer defense has been right there with the receivers. Their coverage has been really good, and the 2 completions they have not, there was no running after the catch.
1 minute, 11 seconds. It is 0-0. If you have listened to Railer football the past several years, you know that in and of itself is a headline. This Railer defense on the field for a while, but holding steady. Here come the Bombers. They break out of the huddle again. 2 receivers to the high side, a slot back, and the big man, Peyton Hammond, he's down to the near side. Berg back. Plenty of time, lofts it up. It's a rainbow in and out of the hands. There was good coverage. Austin Sparrow just needs to turn his head, and he could have made a play on that ball, Coach.
Well, and that, or it could have been caught, too. It was in his hands, hit his hands, and he just couldn't hang on. And another nice throw from their quarterback. He threw it a long way down the sideline, but it's fortunate for the Railers. It was incomplete, so it sets up a punting situation.
It's 4th and 15. There is 1 minute and 5 seconds left here in the first quarter, so there's no need to worry about what that clock says. We're getting the ball, switch sides of fields. Looks like it's going to be the punt. Hammond one-hands it. It's kind of a duck, and again, Titus Cannon has to call for a fair catch.
And that's a good decision because he's on the Bomber 45-yard line. They're in their territory to start this next drive, and so a late fair catch signal, but he did a good job catching it.
A lot of these players, both sides of the ball, playing both sides of the ball. Fatigue at certain point going to set in. This is Week 1. You haven't been playing at this level. Second half step slower.
Well, maybe, but the good thing is it's not hot. You know, it's a nice temperature out there.
Yeah. Beautiful facility here at Macomb. Isaiah Bowers is now in the backfield, standing a step and a half behind Josh Linares. They've got 3 to the high side. Titus Cannon to the short. Throws it. That's Dewberry. Gets around one Bomber. He goes down the sideline. That's going to be a 12-yard gain.
Let's see where they placed that. He might have stepped out just before the stake. I'm looking at the official there.
Oh,
I think he's about a yard short.
These guys, they got a better view of it. I'm up here being all optimistic, trying to move this Railer offense down the line. But it was a good, quick pass from Josh Linares to Isaac Dewberry. Dewberry caught it. A good block in the open side of the field, and he broke it out. Again, Bowers, is that Peyton Anderson? Peyton Anderson in the slot, steps up next to Linares. Linares to pass. He's got time. Now he's being flushed. He's running. He makes the throw. A long throw. Couldn't quite get it. Isaiah Bowers was his target at about the 5.
I tell you, that's a hard throw on the run, even if you're running to the right side and you're right-hander. Still hard to throw on the run, and I thought if he kept the ball, he would have certainly had the first down and maybe more.
That's what I was going to ask, Coach. Monday morning, they watch this film. You say tuck it and run.
Yeah, but, it was second and short, third and short now, so maybe his thinking is, hey, we can get it on third down, and they're close to 4-down territory anyway, so they may have 2 downs to pick this up.
45 seconds left in the first quarter. Lincoln Railsplitters on the move. Third down, 2 yards. Josh Linares in the shotgun. He's waiting for the snap. Peyton Anderson standing next to him. There it is, the handoff. Anderson to the middle, gets drugged down from behind. I don't know that he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was close. He didn't get the first down, that's for sure. We'll see the spot, but they're not getting much movement up front.
There was a big scrum in the middle, and that looked to be a tackle from a linebacker who came in and got Peyton Anderson from behind. Peyton Anderson has some speed, but when there is a wall in front of you and hands behind you, it's tough. Cannon is split out to the near side. Bowers in the slot. Dewberry up high. Peyton Anderson stands right next to Linares. They had somebody jump. No flag. Here it comes. The handoff goes forward. He may have been able to reach for it.
No, they're not going to give it to him.
The ball carrier. Tackled by Jake Berg.
Wait for everything to settle out. No, they're going to move that ball back. I do not know. Perhaps.
That is short.
They're going to call it.
The Bombers
first down, Macomb.
First down.
And there was some confusion on that play, Coach. I think that there were some Railers who were looking for a flag. It looked as if one of the ends from Macomb jumped over.
He moved, but maybe he didn't encroach the line. I'm sure that's how they interpreted that. The Lincoln sideline probably looked at it a little differently, but, when you got 2 downs, you need a yard or less. You got to get better movement up front, and Lincoln didn't get it that time from their line.
We've got 1 tick left here in this first quarter. Berg in the shotgun for Macomb. He takes the snap, looking to throw again. It's a quick throw. There's a tackle. Bowers just stops him and pushes him out of bounds, but that will end the first quarter. Nothing. It has been a long time since we have been able to say it is nothing at the end of the first quarter for Lincoln football. We'll be back in 60 seconds. More Railer football here on WLCN. Offense, 3 receivers to the high side. Berg gets the pass, quick throw right down the sidelines. Isaiah Bowers misses. Now he's in the backfield, and that's the fear. If you miss one of those tackles, it doesn't take a whole lot for a lateral pass right down the line of scrimmage to turn into a 15 or 20-yard gain. We saw this. Rochester perfected this offense, and we're seeing it again here this year against Macomb.
Yeah, exactly right. And Lincoln looked like they were closing on him right when he caught the ball, but he was able to slip those first 2 men and then picked up 17 yards and a first down.
Isaiah Bowers was able to get his pads on him, but not his hands on him. Berg clapping, wants that ball. Here he comes, rolls out. He's rolling to his right and pump fakes once. He gets hit as he throws the ball. That was a big stick. That was a big stick from Thomas Morris. First time we've called his name tonight. And he hit the quarterback from Macomb, Berg, as Berg came down and let that ball out, and the ball hitting incomplete just in front of the Macomb receiver.
Yeah, it was good pressure from the defense, and Morris did a nice job, and a clean hit right as he was throwing it, and caused the incompletion.
You could hear the crunch of the pads up here in the press box at Macomb Field. It was, again, some aggressive linebacker play from this Lincoln Railer defense. Macomb walks to the ball. 3 receivers on the short side of the field. They've got 1 up at the top, spread offense. Berg claps, wants the ball. Quick pass.
Yes.
Again, this is that bubble, and he gets on the outside and just wiggles his way through. You can see Isaiah Bowers trying to strip that ball once the gaggle of Railer defenders pick him up. This is number 11. This is going to be John Ogle, and he's starting to become the favorite target for Jake Berg on this Macomb offense. He was the one who had the big 17-yard play just a minute ago.
Yeah, and you know, we, as you said earlier, we saw a lot of that in the last few years. That kind of play that went for big yards, and the Railers, just, you know, no matter who you're playing, you got to be able to defend it.
You got to put a helmet on a helmet and watch these guys, and you've got 3 wide receivers to the high side of the field. One of them just takes a step back. Now here we go, Berg throwing, and this is the big man. Nope, no, it is not Hammond. But again, another quick pass right over the middle, a slot pass. Macomb moving the ball. Railsplitter defenders are getting to the ball carrier, getting to the receivers, but when they catch the ball 5 yards, 10 yards deep, it's going to be a 5-yard to 10-yard gain. It's now a first down, 10 minutes, 22 seconds left to play here in this second quarter at Macomb. The Macomb Bombers in their home blacks with the orange stripes are moving the ball. They have the line of scrimmage just about the 25-yard line, pushing towards the end zone. Jake Berg, the quarterback, been moving the ball with his arm. He's in the shotgun. Clap, clap, wants the ball. Here's a handoff, a big hole to the inside. Rumbles down. They're going to put it at about the 15-yard line. That's Ben Gentry. We've called his number and name a number of times tonight.
Yeah, and that was just an off tackle off the left side, and the left side of their offensive line was able to cave in the Lincoln defender and opened up some running room, and he did a nice job taking it.
That's the running game that you get after you play this spread offense. You have everyone worried about what's happening on the edge, and then a good, nice block on the inside, and you've got yourself a running lane. It is first down or second down with maybe the length of the football to go from the 15-yard line. Here's Berg again. Once that ball takes the clap, here's the throw to the flat. That's going to be a first down. They're going to keep running the clock. Macomb, again, able to make quick passes for short yards and move the ball here on this Railer defense. Now the Railers are going to be playing. It is not first and goal, but it is very, very close, so they're going to put the ball on about the 10-yard line. We have someone walking off. Is that Noah Funk, or is that Isaiah, or is that Titus Cannon limping off the field?
It looked like
to the
Titus
high side.
Cannon, maybe. Can't see his number, but we took the helmet off right there before he got in the group.
Once again, Macomb in that spread offense. 3 receivers to the near side. They've got 1 up high. Berg wants the ball. Here's the snap. He rolls to his right. Looking in the end zone. There's a throw. Again, Lincoln right there to stick him. They're not getting very much yard. They're not getting very many yards after the catch, Coach. But the ball is still moving forward, and Macomb is marching down the field.
Well, and they're throwing to their 3 receiver side most of the time, and somebody is breaking. One of the 3 is usually getting open a little bit, and the quarterback's making some nice throws. And you're right, they're not making any extra yards, but that time they picked up. They got down to the 6, so that was a 7-yard pickup.
Eli Stone, the receiver who made that catch, number 80. We have not yet called Peyton Hammond's number. He's number 88. He's their big target. Berg in the shotgun. Standing next to him is Gentry, number 44. Clap, clap, wants the ball. Here's the snap. Hand off to Gentry. He's met at the line of scrimmage. I think that's going to be Tyson Opel with the tackle. But Opel again fell onto his back, brought the ball carrier forward a yard.
Yeah, that just gives him an extra yard there. You got to push him back for where he came from. Picked up 1.
This Railer defense is playing stronger than we've seen in years. But again, it is tough to stop a team with momentum, and Macomb has had the momentum. 8 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Macomb, 3 receivers to the high side. Berg, their quarterback, in the shotgun, wants the ball. Here's the snap, rolls to his left. He's got 2 or 3. It's high. That's almost intercepted. That's almost intercepted. I think we're going to say that's probably going to be Noah Funk in the backfield for the Railers, in the defensive backfield, who had his hands on the ball, but he had to make a break and catch it going almost out of bounds.
Yeah, and the ball was a little overthrown of the offensive receiver, but it is fourth down. I don't know if they have a kicker.
Their kicker is Garrett Beck,
and
I don't know if they're bringing him out.
I don't think so.
Macomb started this drive by stopping Lincoln on a 4th and inches, and here they come back out in their receiver. Gentry is the running back. He can move forward for a yard or two. Macomb in the spread. Here's the snap. Berg, they hand it to Gentry. Gentry gets in, and are they going to call that a touchdown?
No,
I don't think they're going to call it a touchdown.
It's a first down, though.
Is it a first down?
Yeah.
Or are they going to have to mail? It is a first down, so they must have had more space between the line of scrimmage and the goal line. Now the Railers have their back against it. 7 minutes, 45 seconds here into the left to play in the second quarter, and this is the first time a team has been threatening to score. Macomb comes out. They've got a little bit more of a traditional set. Their quarterback, Berg, still in the shotgun, wants it. A little confusion. I don't know what happened there with the handoff. Doesn't matter. Jake Berg kept the ball himself, ran just off to the right side, and that's 6 points for Macomb. The first score of the game coming 7 minutes and 30 seconds, with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
I think he shows a little deception there. He fakes the handoff and keeps it himself, goes off the right side, and pretty well. So first and goal from the 1. It's pretty hard to stop.
The Lincoln defense was up to meet the ball carrier, but they got the wrong ball carrier. Here's the kicker, Garrett Beck. He's going to attempt the PAT. The snap, it's down. That is a really high kick, and it lands somewhere high and wide left. That was too high, Coach. Too high, to quote Major League. We're going to switch it out. We'll be doing kickoffs here in a second. Let's take a quick 30 seconds back from Macomb on WLCN with Lincoln Railer football. AT no good. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in this first half, Coach. And for Railer fans, I think if you would have said, hey, we're going to be down just 6 in the second quarter, maybe not Macomb.
Yeah.
But
I know what you're saying. Yeah, compared to previous years. But yeah, I think it's important that the Railers show some offense here in the latter half of this second quarter, and be great to get on the board to answer that score by Macomb.
Here's the kick. It's high. I think that's Peyton Anderson who fields it, and he bounces forward for about 7-8 yards on that return, and one of the many ball carriers you see. And I think that the key for the Lincoln Railsplitters here this first half has not been who touches the ball, Coach. It has been the blocking scheme, because when they can't block man on man, bad things happen.
Well, you got to be able to move. We've talked before the game. The offensive line is going to dictate what you do on offense, and so far they've just been. I'm not sure they've been average yet. They've got to get a little more aggressive and push some people backwards.
Linares has 2 backs standing right next to him. I believe that it is Isaiah, and that may be Matt Yount in the backfield. 3 right across. Here's the handoff. That's Bowers. He runs into a gang of tacklers, but again, big, strong young man. He pushed that pile forward for a good 3 yards. Meant almost at the line of scrimmage, but he muscled his way forward.
Yeah, Lincoln pulled someone off the left side. Left guard pulled that time to lead the play, but the defender followed him right to the hole and stopped Bauer for about a 4-yard pickup.
Lincoln Railsplitters walking up to the ball. That front 5, Isaac Duringer, Gage Wilson, Cade Schmidt, JT Guzzardo, and Jake Beringer. We've got Josh Linares in the shotgun. He's waiting for the snap. Isaiah Bowers standing behind him. 3 receivers to the short side. Here's the snap. Oh, there's some confusion. Didn't know which way we were going on that. Busted play. And we go from a 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 to a 3rd, and we'll call it 12.
Yeah, that was just a busted play back there. Somebody didn't go the right way, or something went wrong, but it 4-yard loss on the play, and that sets up a long 3rd down for the Railers in their own territory. So this is a big play here.
Linares handed the ball off to his left. and Isaiah Bowers ran to his right.
He handed off in the air.
He was standing there waiting for somebody to take the ball.
The invisible man coming through
there. And he didn't do it. As the Railers break the huddle, we got to thank our man who's been keeping us on time, making us sound good, and getting all the pictures, Lloyd Kirby, sitting right in front of us. Thank you, Lloyd, for all the hard work today. You're making this one look easy. We're going to get a whistle here and a flag. Is it going to be a delay of game?
Yep.
Flag on Lincoln for
Lincoln took a little too long.
5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
And now it's 3rd down and 15. And for an offense that is based on running, an offense that can gouge you for 7, for 10, or can go for 2, a 3rd and 15 is not an optimal.
No. We've had 1, maybe 2 good-sized runs tonight, and that's it.
And we are 5 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's the Linares back to pass, and he just had nobody to throw it to. And he gets tackled for a loss. And we went from a line of scrimmage at about the 39-yard line to now a yard of scrimmage at about the 29-yard line. Just a loss, back and back and back and back, and it is going the wrong direction here. Now 4th down, 20 for Lincoln. They're going to kick it away. Isaac Dewberry is the punter. He's standing back waiting for the snap.
Dewberry's had one real good punt and 1 not so good, so we hope we need a good one right here.
And there's going to be plenty of field for this Macomb Bombers team to work. Here's a
not bad.
High, flipping, fair catch caught. Macomb will start with the ball at the 45-yard line. Whole list of sponsors making Railer football possible this year. Collision Concepts over there at 1005 Macon next to Culver's in Lincoln, Logan County's premier collision facility. Wishing the best of luck to the Railer team. Go Railers. Nuthatch Hill Championship Barbecue Company now accepting your catering events, Coach, and bulk quality orders. Their phone number 737-3468. You cannot go wrong with good barbecue. The Macomb offense has a little bit under, just 1 tick under 5 minutes to move the ball about half the field. They've shown some spurts to be able to do it. Berg, the quarterback, that's a low snap. It bounces. That's going to throw off the timing. Peyton Anderson comes up, and we're going to call that a sack.
Yep.
Peyton Anderson gets him in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 2 or 3. More importantly, it keeps this clock running.
Well, Anderson plays that middle linebacker spot, and then he read that play real well and blitzed off the right side and got him in the backfield for a loss of about 3 yards.
These snaps to Jake Berg have been low all night, and one of them finally bounced on the ground, and it threw off the timing. This spread offense is based on timing. It's not so much that nobody's open, it's just you got to know when to throw it. Macomb comes back. They've got 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Berg in the backfield. He gets the snap, drops back, 5-step drop. Here comes a blitz, thrown. That's Peyton Hammond. That's their big man. He made a big play there. Caught the ball in the flat, and he picked up all 12 plus more.
He lined up on the right side and just drug across the behind the line, and there was nobody there watching him, and I'm sure that was a mistake because they knew about him coming into this game.
They blitzed Matt Yount, and Berg just kept going back. One of those walk back until you get your man open, and he makes the throw. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Berg in the shotgun, claps, gets the snap. Here it comes. That should be a hold. It is a throw. Ball almost tipped. That was a solid play by the linebacker, Thomas Morris. He broke up what was going to be a completion, but we're going to get a hold, and this line of scrimmage is going to move backwards. I believe it was Andrew Schmidt who was coming in off the end.
It was.
And the Macomb lineman grabbed him and made it easy. Grabbed him right on the inside.
And he still stepped loose and got to the quarterback as he threw it, because he was there to help him up after he got him down.
This Railer defense is I wouldn't say bend, not break, but they are playing with a passion. They are much more aggressive, but it's what happens when the game is 6-0 going into halftime, as opposed to 36-0 or 46-0.
Most of the coverage has been good, and passes have been completed, but stopped there. The one to the tight end a couple plays ago he ran for yards after the catch.
And Hammond was in a groove. There was nobody near him, and he's a big man.
Yeah,
he's a big young man.
He's 6'4", 250. So
he's the size of a man, and this Railer defense I don't think has anybody.
No, and he's a senior with a lot of experience, so he knows what he's doing on the field.
The ball sits on the 40. Macomb has to go 60 yards for a touchdown. They've got 4 minutes and 2 seconds to do it before halftime. The snap. Berg gets the pass. He throws it down the line. Again, one of those quick slot passes. That's number 11, John Ogle, who makes the catch. And again, Isaiah Bowers right there, but one of the quick, and you move and you step, and he turns it into a positive game, but we're still second down and forever here for Macomb.
Well, it's one thing to recognize that and see what that play is. It's another to get to that receiver and stop him before he gets any momentum, and they've had some mixed results on that.
We watched Rochester High School win 5 straight state championships with that one play in their arsenal. And again, 3 receivers to the short side. We've got one up. That may be offsides. Berg gets the pass. Here comes a blitz. Thrown.
Yes.
Oh, Isaiah Bowers breaks on it. He's got an interception. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Pick 6, Lincoln. Lincoln gets on the board with an Isaiah Bowers interception at 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Hold up. There is a flag. There is a flag on the play, and you can feel the energy get sucked right out of here. Coach, that was Isaiah Bowers, the basketball player, making a play on the football field.
There was a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he threw it as he got hit, and if they call a late hit, I think that's a bit – I'm biased, but I didn't see that at all.
Was there anybody who got hit in the return? Was there a block in the back? That's 10 generally what you have.
Yeah. For Lincoln, that'd be better than a
block in the back.
Yeah.
Lincoln's
got the ball, which is good, but they don't have the touchdown.
We would much rather have the touchdown. And this was something, Coach, that they were all warned about. I was there in the end zone at Meet the Railers when the officiating crew sat them all down and said, gentlemen, we're protecting defenseless players this year. Blocks in the back, blocks to the offside, blindside blocks. We're keeping an eye to make sure that you don't just shove someone down when they have no play on the play. And Isaiah Bowers had a 6 from the moment that ball touched his hand.
He caught it with some momentum as he caught it.
Railsplitters take over on the Macomb.
Lincoln on offense. We still have the ball.
Yeah, you got to look at the plus part of it, I guess.
Drayden Posgay in at quarterback. He's the sophomore, number 12. He's in the shotgun. He can throw the ball. Titus Cannon standing a half a step behind him now, right next to him. Here's the snap, the handoff. That's Cannon up the middle. He gets grabbed by the interior lineman, but falls forward for about 2 yards. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock to play in this second quarter here at Macomb. Lincoln Railsplitters trailing just 6 points. It was a touchdown by Macomb, but a failed PAT. Lincoln will be thinking about what could have been when they watch the film on Monday. Posgay stays in. There's the fullback, Yount, in the inside. Cannon takes the step up. He's now just to Posgay's left. More movement. Here's the handoff.
Oh, a lot of room.
A lot of room for Cannon to move. He's still on his feet. He's down to the 30. Are they going to say that's a fumble? They're going to call it a fumble. And back it comes.
Recovered by the Bombers.
And it has been one gut punch after the next for this Lincoln Railsplitter offense. The momentum in this game, every time Lincoln takes a step forward, it seems that they get hit a step back, and we switch it off. And
that was one of the good runs, offensive. He had about 7 or 8 yards on that before he fumbled it. And I don't know if he got hit and somebody stripped it or if he just dropped it. We couldn't see it from up here.
There were a gang of tacklers. Macomb back out their spread offense. 3 receivers to the short side. Here it goes. Berg wants that ball. He hands it off. It's to the inside. 3, 4, 5 Railsplitter tacklers all in to make that tackle. Number 7, this is a new running back that we haven't seen. Kyle Prostman running the ball for Macomb.
They picked up about 7 on that run, and now they're getting some bigger yardage up the middle against the Raider defense.
The spread offense makes you worry about what's going to happen on the outside. Your linebackers cheat, and then they get punished for it. Clock under 2 minutes to go. In the first half, Macomb offense with the ball. Berg's got the ball now from the snap. Here's the quick throw. That's a wide open slot pass. That's a big gain, Coach.
Yeah, that's they're getting a lot more comfortable throwing at finding receivers open.
Eli Stone, he's another big, tall kid. You put the ball in space, and he can jump up and get it, and that's exactly what happened. He got a few more yards after the catch, but again, these are... Oh, and we're going to get a flag. I think we're going to have too many people on the field. Macomb, once again, moving backwards because of their own mistake. I think they had 12 men on the field. You saw Stone, who made the catch, running frantically off the field.
And again, you don't like it, but you can expect that on a first night out, Get confused on substitutions sometimes.
We're under a minute and a half in this first half. Do you push to get the touchdown?
If you're Macomb, absolutely.
Not satisfied to just make sure that to keep Lincoln. I mean, they won't get the ball back.
They've got momentum, They got the score, and then they stopped Lincoln, got the turnover, and so they're at midfield. Yeah, they've got. And I think they took one time out. They got a couple left. So
minute 16, the clock's been running as we've been talking. Macomb now with just 2 receivers to the short side, 1 to the top. Man in motion. Here comes the snap. It's a handoff, a sweep. He's going to turn backwards. Gage Wilson almost there. Once again, we're sitting here calling the number of number 67, who I don't have on my sheet.
Tackle on the play by
for Lincoln.
Yeah, for Lincoln. I don't have.
I don't have 67 either.
Derringer.
They're going to give the tackle officially to Derringer and I believe Thomas Morris. I'm going to need to get glasses if I'm going to need to do more games this year, Coach. I can't see the numbers on the front, and the way they roll the sleeves up, I don't get the TV numbers.
I did a great job of packing my stuff, and I forgot my binoculars.
32 seconds left now here in the first half. Macomb in a spread. Their quarterback, Jake Berg, who's got a good arm, is back in the shotgun. It's a handoff up the middle, just off the side. He ran off tackle, and he's brought down again. Thomas Morris, 58, on the tackle there. And this clock is just ticking and ticking and ticking, and Macomb doesn't seem to have any sense of urgency. I think they're just happy to take this, and their 6-point lead to the they're walking off the field. They'll take their lead. And again, I mean, you're right. I mean, they had so much momentum. There's no chance.
Well, I think they tried to sweep and didn't get much out, so I think decided just to let her go.
There are no moral victories. This is football. There are wins and there are losses, but as we have watched Railer football over the past few years, I don't know that I have ever heard this. 6-0, Macomb over Lincoln. The Railsplitters trail by just 6 points at halftime. The band is coming on the field. We've got stats. We got to figure out the electricity up here. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back in a second from Macomb with Railer football on WLCN.